Oh, she's flying again. So can I even say anything? Can you do this? Because I don't even know if I could do this.
NBPA Voice. Here we go.
Hey guys, it's Ashley with NBPA Voice. Today I am doing my first Vocal Coach Reacts video. My students have been dying for me to start this. I use this on my students actually a lot, but in person, not on like recording a video. I think it's such a great way to learn. You know, I can sit there while they're watching somebody. I love watching live videos because you can see their vocal remote controls and you can see how are they singing these notes, and watching like a lot of it's energy and you know, their physical reaction to what they're singing, and then what emotion are they putting in and how does that change their voice. There's so many things you can learn from watching a live performance. My students have been obsessed with the new musical called Ride the Cyclone. So today I'm going to be reacting to Ride the Cyclone, the Ballad of Jane Doe. So here we go.
I'm so happy right now, I can never come down. My turn. Oh man.
My
Jane
turn.
Doe,
Ding dong.
the one unidentified body of the Cyclone roller coaster disaster. Everyone knew everyone in Uranium, but no one could recall this member.
I also want to pause and say that I have no idea what's going on in this show. I actually didn't do any research with the show, so I'm really just watching this, not having any idea what the show's about. Ride the Cyclone, it makes me think of like a circus or something like that, and she's giving me like play vibes. Also, I want to point out I love examining like the composition part of it as well. She goes, my turn, which is ding dong, like, hello, I'm here. And then creepy, love it. Okay, so I'm getting creepy vibes right now. Also the dude that's like,
Of the choir. There were rumors of a girl who joined at the last minute, but as the choir conductor, Father Marcus, died of a heart attack 7 hours after the accident, there was no one left to verify. Some believe that perhaps she was never in the choir at all.
is she a
I
ghost?
never read her fortune. I sadly cannot tell you.
Neither can
All
I.
one knows for certain is that a body was found in a St. Cassian uniform without a head. So,
Wait, when did that get there? I did not notice her neck earlier. Ah, why am I creeped out? Okay.
Some might say we're released, pushing daisies deceased, but we all know the worms must be fed.
Okay, so I'm so creeped out. I'm so creeped out. Ah! Okay, so the neck thing. When did that happen? I'm gonna have to like go back and look. So, okay, so I love that. So I'm also a music director, so I love looking at it. I love looking at it from all perspectives. I really do. So from the writer's perspective, she is from a choir, so they have her singing this choral type sound. It is more classical, so her vibrato, she's using a lot of soft palate and lots of legato, and so very sweet, which is so opposite of what she looks like and the vibes that they've set, which makes it that much more eerie, and I'm living for it.
There's just one lingering fear. Oh, my soul, is it here, or is it rotting somewhere with my head?
Nice low
Oh,
notes.
my soul.
Yeah, it's very choral.
Oh, my soul. My soul.
This sounds very much like the hymns that you grew up with in church. Oh, my soul, my soul. It's very repetitive, so choral. I love a good transition from the lower registers to the higher registers. And it sounds so simple, but it's not. Don't let it trick you. Going through all of those voice registers. So she starts in her lower chest. Ooh. Now I will say the fact that she's singing mostly in head voice in this choral space will allow, because she has a high palate and she's got a lot of space going on in her oral cavities. So that's allowing her to have a nice transition. But I also want you to go back. I'm going to send us back and I want you to notice two things. One, her vocal remote control. She's constantly and this could be a choreography thing. This could be a thing that everyone's decided that she should do, but it is so good to keep, whenever you're coming up and moving through registers like that, it's so important to stay forward with your voice. Don't go, ooh, ooh. Then we lose that so you want to keep it constantly your voice constantly forward. And she's using this straight tone. For the most part, she does have some vibrato moments through here. Notice throughout the rest of the song, in the beginning of the song, she has tons of vibrato. But here she's going, ooh. She's using that vocal remote control. If you have no idea what I'm talking about with vocal remote control, go check out my previous video. I think it's my Corona sessions in the bathroom. But I talk about what remote control means to me. Basically, real quick, what it means is we can see how people are using their voice by what they're doing with their physical body, with their hands. And ooh, here she's sending her voice out. Ooh. Next thing I want to point out is her big space. So she did take a break. She needed a breath. This is a really long transition. She was strategic about it. So it was okay. She opened up her mouth in order to create more space for these next higher registers. She's also in this space where it sounds very siren-y, and it's, again, eerie, creepy, and I love it. Let's go back and watch right before this transition. I love it. It's so good. Oh, creepy. Ah! Ah!
No soul and no name and no story. What a shame. Cruel existence was only a sham.
I'm loving the legato. Only a sham. Oftentimes in classical or choral pieces, they want you to be so precise, mostly because you're typically singing in an ensemble, singing with somebody else, so you need to be... just choked on my spit. Who does that? In a choir and in an ensemble, you want to be pure toned, same tone, and unified. So you don't get a lot of this. You're not allowed to slide all that often. In this piece, they're attempting to create this creepy tone. So the it's fun. It reminds me of Sally from. Oh no, I hate myself right now. Nightmare Before Christmas. I did it. I made it. Okay, I'm gonna keep watching her.
Oh, St. Peter, let me in. You must know where I've been. Won't you tell me at last who I am? Who I am.
Oh my soul. Oh my soul. Who are you? So funny because I said, who are you, in reaction to who I am, who I am, who I am. Oh, and she just had a moment there I'm gonna have to go back and react to. But it's funny because I was like, who are you? And then I realized her name is Jane Doe. So no one knows who she is. That's what, like John Smith and Jane Doe, that's what you call somebody without a name that you found like a body. So she's just a body. She nobody. Okay, that was terrible. Shift in her head and then her mouth. She had to get a nice smile, but like have a dropped jaw. She cannot have any tension. So it might look shit like she's contorting her face. Who I am. But if she did that, it would not come out right. She has to be relaxed. Who I am. Watch that again. got a lot of space here. Tiny exit. Yeah, who are those people?
And from the ground beneath my feet, I hear the anguish.
She's bringing in more chest voice here, and because it's more conversational. Before she was singing "Who I Am" and singing very choral and stuff, and now all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, there's people, and it's very interesting because now she's like noticed. I think she's noticing the real world and like what's going on. I think she's a ghost, and so she's noticing these beings around here, and she's more conversational, being more having more of a conversation with herself. But like, did you notice that she's like, wait a second, there's people here, like. So I'm loving that, and it shows in her voice. She brought a lot more chest voice instead of that head voice, classical choral tone that we were recently getting. So I'm really interested to see where this goes. I'm gonna back up.
And from the ground beneath my feet, I hear the anguish of the
I hear, as opposed to I hear the anguish. And she's also using more diction here, which is nice. Before we weren't getting much diction. It was like, oh, I'm a blob in space.
street. A choir never complete, and like an old forgotten tune, a song that no one knows. Forgot how it goes. Just John and me forever eternally. Jane Doe. And I'm asking why, Lord, if this is how I die, Lord.
That shadow looked like an angel wings. Did you see that? We've also changed up. We're using like mostly chest voice. I'm loving her versatility here. This is how I die, Lord. Also, it's not. Oftentimes when I get students say there's a lot of push and pull in the tonality. I'm going, and this is how I die, Lord. There, she's not doing that here. It's all, and this is how I die, Lord. And then her period is at the end of her phrases. And this is how I die, Lord. Very good.
Why be left with no family and no friends? I've got no celebration, just this consolation.
That's gotta be so hard, floating up like that. And like, how do you sing? Where's the, she's on a harness, right? She's flying. Like, she's got no, I don't think I've ever sung while on a fly rail system before. That was very strategically done, by the way. I almost missed it. I did see the curtain open and then hook her up. But she did a really good job of maintaining the same composure, and then maintaining support as she's sitting there flying through the fly rail system.
Time eats all his children in the
She's got it. Time eats all his children. I mean, she's saying something creepy. She's got it here. Now, that doesn't mean jaw tension. It just means the exit is more chewy. Time meets, if you go, if you add muscles and you engage these muscles here, time meets, you're gonna cause your voice to go to the back of your throat and not come out and play with the external resonance that you need to play with. She's being smart. Show off.
Through the air when silence falls. Does no one care? Does anyone care? Another sad, forgotten tune. Another song that no one knows. So that's how it goes.
practice that so much to maintain stability and breath support all through that turn. This is ridiculous.
And she's asking
Oh, I found one thing I didn't like. I mean, we gotta give her. My dog is thirsty. Are you done? Oh, hi. She has such a darker tonality, a really choral tone, a very tall vowel tone coming up. Oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi. And instead of going, wah, finishing out that same tone and keeping her vowels cohesive, she went, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi, and got more of a bright tone there. And so maybe it's not supposed to be cohesive. I think I just would have preferred, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi. Also, she's flying again, so can I even say anything? Can you do this? Because I don't even know if I could do this.
and she's asking to sing or to sigh. Now that all is said and done, isn't there anyone to tell me who I am? You're singing songs of
Oh, she's in her whistle range. No wonder. She's doing it so well too. Her whistle tone is. I don't even have that range. She's obviously a really nice soprano. I'm a mezzo soprano, so I don't have those super, super high whistle range. She's also been practicing up there. I have not. But anyway, she's doing such a great job of singing in her whistle range, whistle tones, and maintaining a darker tonality so that it blends and is cohesive with the rest of her voice register. We've seen almost all of her entire range. The only thing that we haven't seen is her vocal fry, which is the lowest of the low, to where your voice is so low that you can hear, like, it sounds like your voice is frying. It has like the staticky texture to it. So that's the only, but we wouldn't really hear that. I'd be intrigued if they threw it in there somewhere, but this song has so much range to it. And then she's flying. Did I mention that she's flying? Dear baby Jesus.
like John, I'll be eternally a forgotten.
They're taking off. She's doing this and they blacked out because they're strategically taking off. She's not going to do any more flying. They're taking off her harness right now.
Some lost refrain, just Jane. Jane.
She held on to that in using some internal resonance to amplify her external resonance. Ins, ims, and NGs, Jane, as opposed to holding on to that vowel, Jane. I just made that up. That is not how it's supposed to be. But so I always love doing that, holding on to the ins or the ims to create more resonance in your nasal cavities. It's to intense the tonality there. Oh, I need to hear that transition. So much control right there. Now, I use control in two different ways, a negative way and a positive way. The negative way is when my students are attempting to use control and to like control every single word, and therefore they get a lot of jaw tension and then they tend to internalize. They play more with their internal resonance rather than their external resonance. But here, I mean it in the best, like this girl trained kind of way. Jane. I don't know if that was the right note. Just go with me. She uses that in to really establish her tone. She probably holds it in place, imagines that the note doesn't go anywhere. Jane. And then she lifts before she even sings. She uses, I bet, I'm going to go back, but I bet she kind of uses an ND to resonate before she goes to that O vowel. Let's see if she does that.
Jane,
Okay, so she didn't use the J. I would have used an N. She used more of a TD, and that's actually a classically trained or a choral. They'll modify, do more consonant modifications and vowel modifications. They'll round out your vowels. So I'm sitting here trying to give final overall thoughts on what I just thought about Ride the Cyclone, the Ballad of Jane Doe. But I guess I really feel like I just wrote a cyclone. Like, she took us to her highest points. She took us to her lowest points. She did some flippity floppies. She used all different kinds of voice registers. She used different tonalities. That's crazy. I'm really impressed that she's able, I can't get over it, guys. The fact that she was on a fly rail system, literally doing flips and able to maintain, when you're singing classical music, it's really hard to maintain sustainability. I mean, you've got to have a really incredibly strong diaphragm in order to pull this off. I do feel like I just rode the cyclone. So success? I don't know. You tell me. I hope you guys liked today's video. If you guys have any more suggestions, just send them in the comments. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.